It is 6:03. The man accused of shooting two Carroll County deputies Friday night is in custody this morning after a two-day search. The suspect, Michael Puckett, was taken into custody in Mount Airy last night.
So one of the deputies, Logan Udd, actually died from his injuries.
Kelly Kendall joins us from the Surry County Sheriff's Office with more. Kelly, good morning. So overnight deputies released new information about the search. What can you tell us?
Well, Kara Wxii, good morning. Those authorities say that they worked tirelessly to find Michael Puckett, who was considered armed and dangerous right up until the moment of his capture. According to the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation, the 55-year-old was just about to ring the doorbell of a home on Skyview Lane in Mount Airy when authorities caught him. He still had a handgun on him, but authorities say he responded to commands and was arrested without incident. Puckett was on the run for nearly 2 days after shooting two deputies responding to a call for a welfare check at a home on Fancy Gap Highway. During that time, 15 agencies worked to find him. Ultimately, they spotted him from the sky using a drone. Carroll County Sheriff Kevin Kemp says Puckett's capture not only means safety for the surrounding communities, but justice for fallen deputy Logan Udd.
We did not rest for 48 hours. My deputies have went on very little to no sleep since Friday night. This entire agency has ran nonstop, focused on apprehending the man that took the life of one of their own.
Right now, Puckett is being held in the Surry County Detention Center without bond. He is set to have a hearing today, according to the SBI, as he awaits extradition back to Carroll County, where the prosecution for this case will be handled. In the meantime, we know that the community is rallying to support the Carroll County Sheriff's Office and Deputy Logan Udd's family. We'll talk more about that coming up in our next half hour. For now, live in Dobson, I'm Kelly Kendall for Wxii 12 News.
Thank you, Kelly, for that report. The suspect in this case has had more than one run-in with the law.
Now, 12 investigators had a chance to dig through his court records, and we found 11 charges against Puckett in Patrick County back in 2015. Those charges include possession of explosives and possession of a sawed-off gun. According to reporting from our news gathering partners at the Mount Airy News, the charges came after authorities found a makeshift camp in Ararat with several weapons and Nazi paraphernalia. Puckett was sentenced to 41 years in prison, but served only 8 months.
Virginia court records also show that in 2016, Puckett was found guilty of misdemeanor assault. In July of 2023, he was also charged with possessing explosives and arson of personal property.
Agencies across our state and Virginia are offering their condolences in the wake of Deputy Udd's passing.
That's right. The Mount Airy Rescue Squad says he also served as a firefighter with the Mount Airy Fire Department. A memorial outside the Carroll County Sheriff's Office continues to grow to honor his life of service. The Carroll County Sheriff made his first public comments about the death of Deputy Udd overnight.
Deputy Udd was a phenomenal man and human being first and foremost. He was a servant. He had a servant's heart. He cared for others. He cared for his country. He cared for his family. He cared for this agency. He cared for his community.
Those who knew him described him as a hard worker, deeply committed to public service.
Now, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger also shared the following message online, writing in part, quote, "To Deputy Udd's family, friends in the Carroll County Sheriff's Office, as you grieve, know that the entire Commonwealth stands with you at this extremely difficult time." Now, the Carroll County Sheriff's Office tells us Deputy Udd joined the force in 2023 after serving in the military.
And you have to imagine that people in the community where the shooting happened were shocked and just saddened by this tragic loss. Cody Hyatt knew Deputy Udd and says that he was truly a great man.
Logan, you know, he's came over to my house a few times and even gave me a ride up here at T&M. And he's always been a jolly officer when I knowed him and stuff like that. And it was just crazy. I mean, just think he got shot. I mean, that's rattling. That's wild.
Deputy Udd was described as a hero and a loving and devoted friend. He is survived by his wife and children.
Our coverage of this developing story continues at 6:30. For now, we do encourage you to visit our website at WXII12.com for more. Time on the clock, 6:08. We're also following breaking news overseas.
The U.S. military says it bombed Iranian radar and drone control sites after an American Predator drone was shot down in Tehran over the weekend. The dueling attacks are another test of an already fragile ceasefire that leaders are now working to extend.
Over the weekend, President Donald Trump responded to Iran's latest peace proposal with a list of demands, particularly on the Middle Eastern nation's nuclear program. Closer to home, a former academy dean at Caldwell Academy is in jail accused of child sex crimes against a student. 31-year-old Michael Bomarvo was taken into custody on Thursday and charged with felony indecent liberties with a student. Prosecutors say he was in an inappropriate relationship with one of his students from August of 2024 until May of 2025. Police say a physical relationship didn't start until after the student graduated. The former dean was given a $30,000 bond. Caldwell Academy says leaders learned about the allegations against the former dean in April and restricted his access to campus and started up an internal review. He left the school shortly after.
Staying in Guilford County, we are working to learn more about what caused a fire to break out there. Authorities say they received a call about a fire at a hotel along South Regional Road at Albert Pick Road shortly after 4:45 p.m. No word on if anyone was inside at the time of the fire or if anyone was hurt. This morning, we are working to determine the extent of the damage at the hotel. We will provide an update on air and online as we learn more. Now, we also learned that Louisville firefighters battled a house fire last night. The department confirms a fire broke out at a home on Concord Church Road around 8:30. No injuries are reported. We're still working to learn how bad the damage is over there.
Time on the clock is 6:10. The Stokes County Board of Education will hold a public hearing as it moves forward with plans to consolidate schools.
And here's some information that you might want to know if you head out there. Tonight's meeting is happening in the South Stokes High School Gymnasium in Walnut Cove at 6. The district says the purpose of the location change for this meeting is to allow community members an opportunity to provide input regarding the disposition of the Pine Hall School building and property.
Speakers will be allowed 3 minutes max to address the